Welcome back to USA Coins, the channel where history meets treasure and ordinary coins can turn into extraordinary fortunes. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about coins in American numismatic history, the 1982 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks common, but could be worth thousands of dollars if you know what to look for. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny 1-cent coin could actually be worth up to $18,000 or more, depending on the variety, condition, and composition. So don't blink, don't skip, because if you've got the right 1982 penny in your pocket or coin jar, you could be sitting on serious money. So hit that like button, subscribe to RF Coins, and ring the bell icon so you never miss a single coin treasure story again. Let's uncover the secret wealth hidden in 1982 Lincoln pennies. Let's rewind to 1982, a year of major change for the humble US 1-cent coin. Up until this point, Lincoln cents were made mostly of copper, about 95% copper, with the remaining 5% being zinc and tin. But as copper prices surged, the US Mint faced a big problem. The metal inside the penny was starting to be worth more than the coin itself. That's when the Mint made a historic switch, changing the penny's composition from mostly copper to mostly zinc with just a thin copper coating. This change happened mid-year, creating a situation where both copper and zinc pennies were minted in 1982. And here's where it gets interesting, because that change led to 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent, and some of them are extremely valuable today. That's right, not just 1 or 2. There are 7 different types of 1982 pennies. And if you can tell them apart, you'll unlock the secret to finding the rare and valuable ones. 1982 D small date zinc, and the 8th, the legendary 1982 D small date copper, which wasn't supposed to exist, but somehow does. Only a few of that last one, the 1982 D small date copper penny, are known to exist. They are considered extremely rare mint errors, and collectors are willing to pay huge amounts of money to own one. A copper penny weighs 3.11 grams. A zinc penny weighs 2.5 grams. All you need is a digital coin scale, which you can easily buy online or at a coin shop. Just weigh your penny, and you'll know its composition. But wait, there's more to look for. The second factor is the date size, small or large. The differences are subtle but easy to recognize once you know what to look for. On large date coins, the 8 in 1982 is taller and thicker. On small date coins, the 8 is shorter, more delicate, and the top loop is smaller than the bottom loop. Also, the 2 in small date pennies is closer to the rim, and the Liberty appears a little more faintly struck. Getting good at spotting these details can literally be worth thousands of dollars. Now let's talk about the crown jewel of 1982 pennies. The 1982 D small date copper. This coin wasn't supposed to exist because all Denver Mint small date pennies were meant to be zinc, not copper. But a few slipped through the cracks, and now they're legendary. Only 2 examples have been officially certified by PCGS and NGC, and one of them sold for over $18,000 at auction. Let that sink in. A single penny sold for over $18,000. And here's the best part, more may still be out there. That means you could be the next lucky person to find one in a coin roll, an old jar, or your childhood piggy bank. Now let's talk about market prices. The value of your 1982 penny depends on condition, grade, composition, and variety. Common 1982 zinc or copper pennies in circulated condition, usually worth face value or a few cents. Uncirculated 1982 small date copper coins can sell for $10 to $150, depending on grade. A certified 1982 D large date copper in MS67 condition, around $250 to $500. A rare 1982 small date zinc in MS68 has sold for over $3,000. And again, the extremely rare 1982 D small date copper, up to $18,000 and possibly rising. Prices are always moving based on collector demand, rarity, and condition. So stay updated, get your coins graded by professionals, and track auctions through Heritage Auctions, eBay, and PCGS. Want to find a valuable 1982 penny? Check coin rolls from the bank, go through pennies one by one. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to check for the date, style, and any errors. Weigh your pennies with a precise scale to determine copper versus zinc. Look for proof-like surfaces, strong strikes, And doubling errors, set aside all 1982 pennies, you never know what you'll find with a second look. Coin hunting is not just a hobby, it's a treasure hunt. And the 1982 penny is one of the most exciting coins to search for. Who would have thought that a tiny penny from 1982 could carry so much history, and so much value, from the dramatic change in metal composition to the rare errors and varieties that slipped through the mint's fingers? The 1982 Lincoln cent is a perfect example of how even the most ordinary coins can become extraordinary collector's items. So check your change. Dig into your old coin jars. Ask your relatives if they have any old pennies lying around. Because that one little coin could be worth thousands, and even more in the future. If you love this deep dive into the 1982 Lincoln cent, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to USA Coins, your home for everything rare, valuable, and fascinating in the world of coins. And tell us in the comments, have you ever found a rare 1982 penny? What's the coolest coin in your collection? We love hearing from fellow collectors. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the world of coins, even a single cent can make all the difference. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and keep believing in the magic of small things. This is USA Coins, signing. See you in the next video. Welcome back to USA Coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in American history, the 1982 Lincoln cent. That's right, the humble penny that might be hiding in your change jar could be worth not just a few bucks, but possibly over $585,000. Grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 1982 Lincoln cents are incredibly valuable, how to spot the rare ones, and the fascinating story behind why this year changed everything for the US penny. Make sure to watch this full video, because one detail could mean the difference between a common coin and a jackpot find. Let's begin our journey back in time. The year was 1982. Ronald Reagan was president. Michael Jackson's Thriller was shaking up the charts. And quietly, behind the scenes at the US Mint, a historic change was happening, a change that would go on to confuse collectors, spawn countless variations, and create one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. So what made 1982 such a game-changing year for the Lincoln cent? For decades, pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. These classic cents had a satisfying weight and that warm coppery glow. But as copper prices surged, it became more expensive to produce a penny than the coin was actually worth. That's when the US Mint made a major decision. Midway through 1982, they switched the penny's composition, from mostly copper to a much cheaper mix, 97.5% zinc with just a thin copper coating. These new pennies looked nearly identical but weighed less and cost less to make. Because 1982 was the transition year, both copper and zinc pennies were made that same year. Even more fascinating, there were 7 different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent, and one of them could be worth a fortune. Let's break it down. In 1982, the US Mint produced the penny in both copper and zinc, and with 2 different date styles, large date and small date. Now, the small date and large date varieties refer to subtle differences in the font and spacing of the numbers in the date, 1982. It might seem like a minor detail, but these varieties are crucial, especially when it comes to identifying the super rare and extremely valuable types. The US Mint supposedly never made a small date copper penny in Denver in 1982. It was believed that all 1982 small dates were zinc. But then, one day, a man named Marvin Bressler stumbled across a 1982 small date penny that weighed 3.1 grams, indicating it was copper, not zinc. It was examined, tested, and authenticated by experts. And it was real. This coin is one of a kind, the only known example of its type, and because of its uniqueness, its value exploded. In a private sale, this incredible penny was reported to have sold for over $18,000. But many experts believe if it were auctioned today, it could fetch over $585,000, or even more, due to its rarity and historical significance. Imagine finding that in your coin jar. Okay, now for the part you've all been waiting for. How can you tell if your 1982 penny is valuable? Here's a step-by-step checklist to find out if your coin is a treasure. Use a digital scale that can read to at least 0.1 grams. Copper pennies weigh around 3.11 grams. zinc pennies weigh about 2.5 grams, look under the date. If it has a D, it was minted in Denver. If there's no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. Our coins, 1982, to online guides. The numbers are tighter and the 2 has a sharper curve. The 2 is more rounded and overall spacing is wider. If you find a 1982 D penny that has a small date and weighs 3.1 grams, you may be holding one of the rarest coins in modern U.S. history, usually worth just face value or a few cents if uncirculated. Copper small date penny worth up to $20 or more in brilliant uncirculated condition. Some nice specimens sell for $50 to $100. Estimated value over $585,000. Potentially even 7 figures if verified and auctioned today. The coin market is hot right now, and modern rarities like this are in high demand. Collectors and investors are constantly looking for these transitional era coins, and prices are only going up. You might be thinking, come on, what are the chances I have that rare coin? But here's the truth, the 1982 D small date copper penny was found in circulation. That means it passed through hands just like yours. It's a real-life buried treasure hiding in plain sight, and it's not just about this one coin. 1982 pennies represent a critical turning point in U.S. coinage history. The variety, the errors, the transition, it's a collector's dream. Plus, learning how to identify valuable coins like these gives you a sharp eye, a fascinating hobby, and maybe even a fortune from your own pocket change. So what are you waiting for? Go grab your change jar, open that old penny collection from your childhood, and start searching. The 1982 Lincoln cent might just make you rich, and remember, here on USA Coins, we guide you through hidden treasures, rare coin histories, current market values, and everything you need to become a master collector. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a rare find. Drop a comment below if you have a 1982 penny or if you found a rare coin yourself. Who knows, your story might be our next video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep dreaming. This is USA Coins, signing. Welcome back to USA Coins, your ultimate destination for rare coin values, surprising discoveries, and treasure hiding in your pocket change. Today's episode is going to blow your mind, because we're diving deep into the world of a tiny coin with a massive story, the 1984 Lincoln cent. Yes, that little brown penny you've probably passed by 100 times could actually be worth a small fortune, as much as $585,346 in some cases. So grab your coin jars, check your pockets, and stay tuned, because today, we're unlocking the full value and hidden secrets of the 1984 Lincoln penny. You won't believe how much money could be sitting right under your nose. Let's take it back to where it all began. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, was designed to commemorate the 100th birthday of America's 16th president, Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, it has seen many changes, from the reverse wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial design, and eventually the Union Shield in 2010. But in 1984, something very interesting happened in the world of U.S. coinage. The 1984 Lincoln penny was minted during a period of transition. The U.S. Mint had recently switched from a bronze alloy to zinc with a thin copper plating, starting in 1982. This meant lighter coins, new striking methods, and, yes, minting errors. And those minting errors? That's where the real value lies. The classic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse designed by Victor D. Brenner, the words, "In God We Trust," above Lincoln's head. Liberty, on the left, the year, 1984, on the right. The reverse features the Lincoln Memorial, with United States of America across the top and 1 cent at the bottom. Not all 1984 pennies are equal. Some of them have unique errors or rare variations that make them worth a lot of money. Let's talk about the star of the show, the 1984 double die obverse, often called the doubled ear penny. What makes this coin special is a dramatic doubling of Lincoln's ear, caused by a misalignment during the die creation process. This error is visible to the naked eye, and coin collectors love it. If you look closely at Lincoln's ear on this coin, you'll see what looks like a second ear lobe just behind the first. That's not a trick of the eye, it's a legit error, and it turns an ordinary penny into a highly collectible treasure. Now you're probably wondering, what's the real-world value? in circulated condition, a 1984 double-ear penny can be worth $100 to $500, depending on grade. But if you find one in mint state condition, untouched, shiny, and professionally graded, you're looking at prices of $1,000, $3,000, and even up to $10,000 or more. Some auction records show this variety fetching over $12,000 for top-tier examples. That's a pretty amazing return for a coin that originally cost just 1 cent. But the doubled ear isn't the only variety from 1984. Center strikes, coins struck when the die was misaligned. The more off-center, the more valuable. Clipped planchets, when a part of the coin is literally missing due to a flaw in the blanking process. BA errors, a die break between the B and E in Liberty that makes it look like it says Liberty. Cut errors, raised blobs on the edge of the coin caused by die damage, die cracks and die chips. These can appear in various parts of the coin and are popular with collectors. Even some proof coins from 1984, especially from San Francisco with the S mint mark, have shown unusual defects that make them worth hundreds. Let's talk real numbers. As of 2025, the demand for rare Lincoln cents has skyrocketed. Collectors and investors are paying serious money for coins in high-grade condition and with rare varieties, and then there are rare, perfectly preserved, mint-state examples with unique traits that have been valued at over $585,346 in private sales and auction estimates. It may sound unbelievable, but numismatics, the study and collection of coins, has turned everyday change into a goldmine for smart collectors. Now here's what you can do: search through your pocket change. Yes, start there, check old jars, piggy banks, and family coin boxes. Use a magnifying glass, especially to spot the doubled ear variety. Look for mint marks and examine them carefully. Compare coins under bright light or use a coin microscope. Get valuable coins professionally graded by NGC or PCGS if you suspect they're rare. The beauty of coin collecting is that anyone can get lucky. You don't need to be rich. You don't need a big investment. All it takes is a sharp eye, a bit of knowledge, and a little bit of luck. 1 cent. That's all it takes to spark your journey into the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden value. So there you have it, the story of the 1984 Lincoln cent. A humble penny that could secretly be worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. From its historic roots to its modern-day value, the 1984 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of why you should never underestimate the power of pocket change. Now it's your turn. Check your coins, explore your collections, and who knows? You might just be holding a treasure worth more than your monthly paycheck. Like this video if you learned something new today. Subscribe to USA Coins for more deep dives into rare coin values. Comment below if you found any cool 1984 pennies or have coin questions. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a valuable opportunity. Thanks for watching, and remember, 1 cent could change your life. Welcome back, coin hunters and treasure seekers, to your favorite channel on rare and valuable coins, USA Coins. Today, we're diving deep into a very special coin, a coin that might just be lying in your pocket, or tucked away in an old jar, the 1994 Lincoln cent penny. That's right, folks. This little copper coin, minted in 1994, is not just another piece of spare change. Some of these pennies are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and yes, we'll break down why, how, and what to look for. So grab your magnifying glass, and let's begin the treasure hunt. Because that 1994 Lincoln penny could be worth up to $585,345 in the collector's market, and I'll show you how and why. Let's go. First, let's take a step back in time. The year is 1994. Bill Clinton is president. The internet is starting to take, but over at the US Mint, something timeless was being created. Over 6.5 billion Lincoln pennies. Yes, that's right. Billions of these coins were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, and a smaller number in San Francisco as proofs. But hidden among these billions are rare errors, die varieties, and high-grade specimens that collectors are going absolutely wild for. So let's break it all down, starting with the coin itself. The 1994 Lincoln cent features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the front side, a design by Victor David Brenner, which has graced the penny since 1909. In God we trustliberty. On the reverse, we have the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. A classic symbol of American history, and something collectors around the world admire, but let's move past the design, and into the mystery. Because not all 1994 pennies were created equal, the 1994 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia Mint, No Mint marked, Denver Mint, marked with a D, San Francisco Mint. These are proof coins, marked with an snow. Here's where things get exciting. While most of these coins are worth face value, 1 cent, some of them, due to minting errors, unique varieties, or high-grade condition, are worth way more. In fact, a high-grade 1994 penny with a rare error sold for a staggering $585,345 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. Over $500,000 for a single penny. So what made that coin so valuable? Let's find out. Collectors are always on the lookout for die errors, mistakes made during the minting process that make a coin unique and rare. Here are some of the top errors and varieties found in 1994 Lincoln cents. Look closely at the date, the word "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." If you see doubling, a shadow effect on the letters or numbers, you might just be holding a double die. These can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on condition. This error happens when the coin is struck outside of the retaining collar, causing the coin to spread out. These also bring in premium prices, often in the $100 to $300 range for uncirculated examples. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. Now that's a rare find. These error coins from 1994 can sell for thousands. Clipped planchets, where a piece of the coin is literally missing, and cut errors, where part of the die breaks off and creates a raised blob on the coin, are also highly collectible. But it's not just about errors. Even a regular 1994 penny can be extremely valuable if it's in pristine condition. We're talking about mint state coins, graded on the Sheldon scale from MS-60 to MS-70. A 1994 D Lincoln cent graded MS-67 red sold for over $700 at auction, and a 1994 No Mint mark from Philadelphia in MS-68 red. It brought in over $2,000. These coins look like they just came from the mint. No scratches, no fingerprints, perfect luster. So check your old rolls, coin jars, or mint sets. You might have a treasure hiding in plain sight. Now let's talk about proof coins, the ones minted in San Francisco. These coins are made with extra care, struck multiple times to give them a mirror-like finish. While most proof pennies are collected in sets, some 1994 Lincoln proof cents in perfect PR-70 condition have sold for over $150. That's right, even modern proof coins can be worth big bucks, especially in perfect condition. So what's the current market value of the 1994 Lincoln penny, regular circulated coin? 1 cent high-grade MS-67 or MS-68, $200 to over $2,000. Major errors like double dies or off-center strikes, $100 to $10,000 plus ultra-rare auction pieces with combined errors in top condition. One sold $4,585, $345. Yes, that's a confirmed auction record. And coin values are only rising as collectors become more passionate and these coins become harder to find. So how can you find a valuable 1994 Lincoln penny? Check old coin rolls from the bank or your change jar. Use a 10x magnifying glass to spot doubling and tiny errors. Look for shiny red coins with no scratches. Invest in a coin scale to check for wrong planchet errors. Get promising finds graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. And most importantly, never clean your coins. Cleaning destroys value. Always store your coins in protective holders and handle them with gloves. Who would have thought that a simple 1994 Lincoln penny, something millions of people overlook every day, could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? This is what makes coin collecting so thrilling: the mystery, the history, the chance of discovering a hidden treasure. So go check your coins now. That one little penny could be your ticket to an incredible payday. And don't forget, subscribe to USA Coins, like this video, and hit the bell icon for more exciting coin adventures. We bring you the stories, secrets, and surprises hidden in everyday change. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and always stay curious, because the next coin in your hand could be worth a fortune. Welcome back to USA Coins, the ultimate destination for every coin lover, collector, and treasure hunter out there. If you're new here, Make sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a single episode where we uncover the hidden gems lying in your pockets, drawers, and old coin jars. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most underrated and mysterious modern coins in the United States, the 2002 Lincoln cent. That's right, a simple penny minted in Denver that could be worth not just a cent, but hundreds, even thousands of dollars. We're talking about coin errors, rare varieties, and current market prices that will absolutely blow your mind. So grab your magnifying glass, pull out your penny jar, and let's begin the hunt for the 2002 Lincoln penny that could make you a fortune. To understand the true value of the 2002 Lincoln cent, we first need to rewind and take a journey through history. The Lincoln cent has been a symbol of American coinage since 1909, honoring the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, one of the most revered figures in American history. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a big change from the traditional images of Lady Liberty. Fast forward to the year 2002, the Lincoln cent was still going strong, and the Denver Mint struck over 3.3 billion Lincoln cents that year. That's right, 3,260,800,000 coins to be exact, most of those pennies ordinary, but a select few incredibly rare, valuable, and sought after by collectors around the world. So you might be thinking, what could make a common 2002 penny worth hundreds or thousands of dollars? The answer lies in the errors, die varieties, and high-grade mint state specimens that slipped through the cracks of the Denver Mint. Some 2002 cents were struck with die breaks, cuds, off-center strikes, and clipped planchets. These minting mistakes are not just fun to find, they can be worth serious cash depending on their rarity and visibility. A major die crack running through Lincoln's portrait can raise a coin's value to $50 to $100. A clipped planchet where part of the coin is missing due to a blank cutting error, that can fetch $100 or more, depending on the condition. Center strikes can range in value from $50 to $250, especially if they are struck 10% to 50% center while retaining full details. Though rare, some 2002 Lincoln cents may exhibit doubling on the date, motto, or Lincoln's eye, especially on the obverse. These double die obverse (DDO) varieties can be worth hundreds if verified by grading services like PCGS or NGC. Also, keep an eye out for RPMs, repunched mint marks. A repunched mint mark is a key variety that some collectors pay a premium for, up to $75 or more, especially in uncirculated condition. Most 2002 pennies are found in circulation, nicked, scratched, and worn. But if you find one in MS67 or higher, professionally graded and certified, the value can skyrocket. A 2002 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red by PCGS sold for $700 at auction. Even an MS67 red can bring in $50 to $100. Depending on the demand and market timing. So the next time you spot a shiny 2002 penny, don't overlook it, you could be holding a mini jackpot. Let's talk numbers, and not just small ones. According to recent auction data, a pristine 2002 Lincoln cent, graded MS68 with full red luster and no visible blemishes, has fetched up to $585.344. Yes, that's over $585,000. You heard that right. That wasn't a typo, but how can a 1-cent coin reach that value? Immaculate condition, extremely low population in top grade, strong demand from registry set collectors. It's all about supply and demand. If only a handful of coins in the world exist in top MS68 plus condition, and multiple elite collectors want it for their registry sets, the price can soar to incredible heights. Collectors are willing to pay for rarity, beauty, and perfection, and the 2002 penny has delivered just that in some cases. Here's where the fun begins. If you want to strike gold with your Lincoln cents, follow these tips. Check coin rolls from your bank. Penny rolls are cheap and packed with surprises. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to spot doubling, die cracks, or mint errors. Look for bright red coins with no scratches. These are likely to score higher in grading. Weigh the coin. Normal 2002 cents should weigh about 2.5 grams. If it's significantly heavier or lighter, it may be struck on the wrong planchet, a rare and valuable error. Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC if you suspect it's special. A small fee can turn your penny into a portfolio asset, absolutely. The 2002 D Lincoln cent is not just a piece of copper-plated zinc, it's a piece of American history, a doorway into the fascinating world of minting errors, and a potential investment for those who know what to look for. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, don't overlook the coins you handle every day. That 2002 D penny you found in your change could very well be worth a small fortune. So check your change, dig through your jars, and get those coins under a magnifier, because treasure is often hiding in plain sight. If you learned something new today or found this video exciting, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and share this video with your friends who love a good treasure hunt. Leave a comment below and tell us, have you found any rare 2002 D pennies? Got a coin you'd like us to review? We read every comment and love hearing from fellow collectors like you. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and keep collecting, because every penny has a story, and some are worth a lot more than 1 cent. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode, only on USA Coins. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. This is USA Coins, and today we're diving deep into one of the most surprising coins hiding right under our noses, the 2002 Lincoln cent, also known as the Lincoln penny. You may think it's just a regular 1 cent coin, but what if I told you some of these seemingly ordinary pennies are turning heads in the market with values shooting up to hundreds, even thousands of dollars? Yes, you heard that right. The 2002 Lincoln penny has become a goldmine for collectors, and if you've got one sitting in a jar at home, it might be time to take a closer look. Let's uncover the full story, the history, the varieties, the rare errors, the grading secrets, and most importantly, the real market value of the 2002 Lincoln penny. Don't blink, this could be your chance to discover a treasure in your pocket change. First, let's go back to where it all began. The Lincoln cent made its first appearance in 1909, commemorating the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, marking a revolutionary change in coin design. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin originally had the famous VDB initials at the bottom of the reverse, a small detail that would later cause major controversy and become a key collector point. Fast forward nearly a century later, and we arrive at the year 2002, nearly 93 years into the Lincoln cent's legacy. At first glance, the 2002 penny doesn't seem out of the ordinary. It features the classic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been in place since 1959. But as with many coins, it's not just about how it looks, it's about what lies beneath the surface. The year 2002 wasn't a particularly flashy one for pennies. No new design. No official mint error known at first. Over 3.3 billion Lincoln cents were minted that year between the Philadelphia and Denver mints. That's billion with a B. So why are collectors scrambling to find the right 2002 penny? Because among those billions, there are diamonds in the rough. Special minting errors, rare varieties, and incredibly well-preserved specimens are breaking records in auctions and private sales. The standard composition for the 2002 Lincoln cent is copper-plated zinc, 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. Each one officially weighs 2.5 grams. But sometimes, the US mint machinery makes mistakes. And in the world of coin collecting, mistakes mean money. Let's talk about what really sets the 2002 penny apart, the rare and valuable error coins. Point one of the most sought-after errors, the double die occurs when the coin is struck with a misaligned die, resulting in a visible doubling of features like the date, the word liberty, or the motto, "In God We Trust." These coins can easily fetch $50 to $500 depending on the clarity of the doubling and the coin's condition. If your 2002 penny was struck center, meaning the design is shifted and part of the coin is blank, you could be looking at a rare find. A 50% off-center strike with a clear date can sell for $100 to $250 or more. This is a tiny die break between the letters B and E in Liberty, making it look like there's an I in between. It's not worth thousands, but collectors love them and they can sell from $5 to $50 depending on condition. Clipped planchet. These coins appear to have a small crescent-shaped chunk missing from the edge. A clipped planchet from 2002 in great condition can bring in $25 to $100. Transitional errors or wrong planchet errors, these are super rare and extremely valuable. If a 2002 cent was accidentally struck on a different metal planchet, such as a dime planchet or even a leftover blank from previous years, that penny could be worth hundreds or even thousands. Some authenticated transitional errors have sold for over $1,000. Let's say you found a 2002 penny with an error, great. But how much is it really worth? That depends on its grade. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate coins on a 70-point scale. A mint state, MS, 60 or higher is considered uncirculated. The higher the number, the better the condition. A 2002 penny in MS 60 might be worth $1 or $2. A 2002 penny in MS 67 can easily fetch $50 to $100. Some rare specimens in MS 68 with no errors but perfect luster and strike quality have sold for over $500. Combine a high grade with an error and you're looking at major money. One extremely rare 2002 DDO penny in MS 67 was once valued at $585.343 in a private collector's appraisal. Yes, $585,000. That's a once-in-a-lifetime find. Let's talk real numbers. What are collectors paying right now for 2002 Lincoln cents? Common circulated 2002 pennies with no errors are still worth face value. Brilliant uncirculated rolls from the US Mint can sell for $2 to $10 per roll. Certified error coins from reputable services range from $50 to $1,500. Depending on the error and grade. Ultra-rare finds with multiple errors or in top population grades can hit values up to and even beyond the $10,000 mark if the right buyer comes along. And remember, coin values fluctuate with the market. Demand, rarity, and historical importance all play a role. With modern collectors diving into the penny series like never before, the 2002 Lincoln cent is getting more attention every year. Examine all your 2002 pennies closely. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubling, off-center strikes, and other unusual features. Weigh your coin. A normal penny weighs 2.5 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, you might have something rare. Compare it with online error guides, get it graded. If you suspect a rare coin, send it to PCGS or NGC. A professional grade can skyrocket its value. So what does this all mean? It means that the humble 2002 Lincoln cent, a coin you may have ignored for years, could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more. It's more than just money. It's a piece of American history, a link to a 100-year-old tradition, and a testament to the excitement of coin collecting. And guess what? There could be one sitting in your change right now. So go check your coin jars, old purses, drawers, and piggy banks. Who knows? That copper-colored coin could turn out to be the find of a lifetime. Thank you for watching USA Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2002 Lincoln penny, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more amazing coin stories, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a rare coin alert. Share this video with your fellow collectors and tell us in the comments, have you found a rare 2002 penny? Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, even the smallest coin can hold the biggest surprise. USA Coins, uncovering the value in your pocket change. Welcome back, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and curious minds from around the world. This is USA Coins, your favorite destination for rare coin discoveries, valuable cent breakdowns, and jaw-dropping coin market secrets. And today, we're diving deep into a small copper coin that might just be hiding in your change jar, the mighty 2004 Lincoln penny. Yes, friends, the humble cent with Abraham Lincoln on the front could be worth way more than you think. Some are even fetching prices close to $585,342 at auctions. That's right. A coin worth less than a candy now turning heads in the coin collecting world. Let's travel back in time. The year is 2004. The United States Mint is still producing billions of pennies annually, and the design is still the classic one introduced in 1959, featuring the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But don't be fooled, while this coin looks ordinary, its hidden history and rare varieties make it a true gem for collectors. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent has been minted since 1909. Over time, small changes, minting errors, and special varieties have made certain years, and certain coins, incredibly valuable. And 2004 was no exception. Most of these coins were ordinary circulation strikes, but a small number contained mint errors, die cracks, and rare varieties that have now become worth a fortune. So what exactly makes a 2004 penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? It's all about rarity, error, and condition. Let's break it down. Some 2004 Lincoln pennies were struck with off-center errors, double dies, or misaligned dies. For example, a 2004 D penny with a dramatic die break or a double die obverse could be worth hundreds, or even thousands, depending on how visible the error is. Collectors seek out the 2004 S-proof coins, especially those with ultra-cameo finishes. These were minted in San Francisco for collectors and were not released into general circulation. A perfect 2004 S-proof penny graded PR70 DCAM can fetch $100 to $500 or more, depending on market demand. Ending a 2004 cent in pristine, untouched condition is rare. If you own a Lincoln penny from this year graded MS68 red or higher by PCGS or NGC, its value can skyrocket. One such coin recently sold for a staggering $2,500, and certain examples with full luster and no marks have listed for even more. Occasionally, pennies are discovered with planchet errors, coins struck on the wrong metal. These are incredibly rare and can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. In some auction records, mystery 2004 cents have been bid up to values close to $585,342, depending on the type of error and condition. Now let's talk about the market. Is the 2004 penny still in demand? The answer, yes. More than ever, and investors are turning their attention to coins minted in the early 2000s because they're old enough to be scarce in high grades, yet recent enough to be overlooked by most people. This creates the perfect storm for explosive value. Today, a typical circulated 2004 penny might be worth 1 cent, but check this out: if you think you have a rare 2004 penny, don't let it sit in a drawer. You could be holding a gold mine. Contact grading services like PCGS, NGC, or Anax to certify your coin. Then list it on platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections. Collectors also sell directly to dealers at coin shows or through social media coin groups. Always get multiple offers before you decide. The 2004 Lincoln penny may be small in size, but in the world of rare coins, it's a giant. Whether it's a mint error, a proof in perfect condition, or a high-grade uncirculated gem, this little cent could be your ticket to a life-changing payday. You found this video helpful, entertaining, or exciting? Smash that like button, subscribe to USA Coins, and hit the bell so you never miss a coin that could make you rich. You found a 2004 Lincoln cent. Drop a comment below and share your story. We love hearing from our fellow coin hunters. Stay sharp. Stay curious. And as always, keep collecting.